Hi, my name is Maria and this is Art Bites, a new series of short talks curated by MOCDA in collaboration with digital art platform Super Rare. Today I'll comment on History of Cyborg Art by Joaquina Salgado, a Spanish digital artist and VJ working under pseudonym Crypto Baby. History of Cyborg Art is a short 3D animation. It begins with an establishing shot of a head-shaped space made of moving particles. We move to the inside where we see pieces of ancient sculptures, architectural elements and another head, which seems to be made of metal. So there are a few things to unpack here. Let's begin with the title. In History of Cyborg Art, Joaquina Salgado includes ancient works belonging to the canon of art history. These statues and architectural elements are all results of human creativity. By presenting us with artworks from antiquity, we can assume that all creative humans are cyborgs, and always have been. In both 2020 and 200 BC, humans sought more adequate forms for expressing body politics, expressing ideal and imaginary versions of themselves. So what actually are cyborgs? Donna Haraway, one of the most prominent cyborg theorists, defined them as entities combining cybernetic, organic, and non-organic qualities. In her famous Cyborg Manifesto, she used the metaphor of a cyborg to argue against traditional notions of gender and delegating women to nature. But pop culture hasn't been that kind to cyborgs. In typical science fiction scenarios, cyborgs reflect our deepest concerns about technological development, acceleration, advances in medicine and robotics. And these are especially imaginative when thinking about how the technology works on human bodies. I think that in the history of cyborg art, the artist says that we don't need for Silicon Valley to gift us with chip implants to be cyborgs, and neither did ancient sculptors. Our intimate connection between technologies and our bodies makes us human-machine fusions already. Our capacity to act and react is tethered to our means of communication, and our bodies and minds are changed by everyday technologies through which we encounter the world. To finish, I have a bit of an Easter egg for you relating to sacred geometry. I'd like you to point your attention to the symbol in the metal sculpture in History of Cyborg Art. There are two intersecting circles, a symbol known as vesica piscis, and literally meaning vessel of the fish in Latin. It often symbolizes the act of creation, a dimensional expansion out of the state of oneness, and a source of immense energy, a portal for the non-tangible to manifest itself into the physical world. This becomes especially apparent once you notice the shape of its intersection. It's called mandorla, meaning almond in Italian. It's often found in Christian iconography, especially images of saints and architecture of churches. Once you dissect the symbol, you can geometrically calculate square roots of 2, 3, and 5. And I think that in the context of History of Cyborg Art, the square root of 2 is especially important because it represents duality and hides the binary series. And as we know, binary digits are used in computation. History of Cyborg Art made me question my relationship with technology a little bit more and got me thinking about how we can apply post-human ideas to study past. It made me realize that we should never neglect the technological significance of even relatively simple devices, even stoneworking tools such as a chisel. That was my interpretation, and that's all for now. Let us know your thoughts on the piece in the comments and tell us what's your interpretation. How did it make you feel? Thanks for watching Art Bites and see you again soon.